Hello everyone, good evening. We are starting right into the game. I hope the sound is okay. It would be great if someone could confirm, because my setup is a little different today than usual. So basically, in the last stream we built this challenge park till here, and today I want to continue on working on the station building for the first coaster in this park and expand the park down here. And we also prepared something for a restaurant on this side, as well as continuing the park, the pathway down here to expand into this direction as well. So yeah, let's see how this all turns out in the end. How are you doing? How was or were the holidays? Did you get some nice presents? So let's close this one already, and then we are oh yeah, the first or the biggest the biggest problem is now to get started. That's why I just thought let's start with the queue, because that's a lot easier to begin with instead of doing something very nice and complicated in the beginning. I would say we should go with the keep stone and go for a metal fence or something. I want to keep it somehow quite easy here. Could this be fitting? Maybe it's a little too elegant. I'm not really sure. I think this fits much better. So let's do this like this, and then we will put everything into a scenery group and get ready with it. Not too high. We don't want to hide the guests in there. Is it? Oh yeah, it's it's straight and horizontal aligned. That's great. How's everybody doing? Great to see you here again. Thank you for joining. I need to get used a little bit to the new setup, but it works quite fine. I always wanted to have a proper setup at home as well, because my other streaming zone, so to call, is at my office, and yeah, it's especially now feeling a lot less like work if I'm doing it from home. Do we get a schnapps if we... Yeah, thank you for this. It's a Christmas stream today, so thank you for the compliments. I have nothing alcoholic to offer. I'm sorry. Okay, let's see how this all will work out. What the hell? Perfect. So let's go down into this direction. The path is somehow conforming the terrain. That's a little difficult to align, but I think it looks a lot more natural if we continue this way. So let's just see how it all turns out. I have to say that I had the most relaxing holidays in years. I'm pressing the wrong buttons. I have a new keyboard as well, so I'm keeping to click or press the wrong buttons on my keyboard. So I'm not, is it actually straight? I don't think so, but it's okay. It's not 100% aligned, but as the people won't move in there, I think it's okay. Queue lines are actually a really great thing to get started. So I think this is already quite good. The only thing I'm not really happy is this corner. But let's just go for this thing. Yeah, better. It somehow is still like a cage. I think it's too high. Let's maybe, I mean, this is not a cage fight, so I think we should leave some more space for our guests. So maybe if we move down here, yeah, that's a lot better. Yep, perfect. So I think house, yeah, okay, we have $4,000, which is, yeah, still enough. We spend a lot on this coaster, but we should be fine. So is this, yeah, probably not the best, but if we turn the angle snap off, we can make it work. Yeah, we need to trick a bit here, but it looks quite okay. As it is a very simple coaster, I haven't added a express or priority lane or something. I just thought it's not necessary, but maybe let's go for this as well here, and then we should just end up here. Perfect. Yeah, I think this looks okay. Did anybody get a nice present for Christmas? Any new consoles, new games? What did you actually get? So let's continue down here. Okay, just give me a second. I need to much better. So what do you mean with nobody talks? Can't you hear me? You should actually be able to hear me, but if not, please let me know in the chat, because from my perspective it looks like everything is fine. So, and now I'm not sure how to continue this way up. I just thought we could add some rocks in here. So, any ideas how to make this round queue line look nice? I thought about going with the stone keep walls, but maybe with some more special elements, like more. Let's see what we can make. Keep, I think this one is the right one. Yeah, we need a much higher one to go up here, and then it should be possible to still end up like this. Maybe already a little higher. And what about something with stone? Is this? It could actually work. Yeah, that's what I thought too. Let's go for 105%. Oh no, that's not enough. 110%. Is this getting any bigger? It's not enough. 120. Yeah, that's better. So what if we go for this one? Perfect. Sorry. And then let's move Another wrong button. So yeah, the perspective isn't the easiest one to build here, but I think we will be able to somehow do it. And then shall we, I mean, this should get higher and higher. So let's move this one down here. Adrian, where is Anna? So let's go for this one. Yeah, I think this works out quite well. And then up here. I also have some good news, because I used the holidays to cut some episodes for my YouTube channel. So I'm now quite ahead of time with some of the upcoming videos, and I will finally be able to share the first episode of my Brimwood Park. This is something I just realized while cutting the first episode, that I am working on this project since May this year, and I'm so happy that it's finally in a state close to being released. Yeah, I think that's exactly the look how I wanted it. Maybe, yeah, maybe the breadcrumb is a little close to the heads, but we will cover it with some wall pieces, and then it should be fine. Oh, she's still sleeping. Well deserved, I would say. And that's what the actual weekends and holidays are for. Lots of sleeping, to be fair. As long as she's having a good time, then I'm absolutely fine with it. So maybe we forgot, like, take this one as well and bring this up a little. Yeah, perfect. Usually if we would have the budget, I would have covered the top part of the stone keep wall as well, but we really need to take a look at our budget, because we are in challenge mode and I don't know what to expect over time here and what will us cost tons of money. We all remember the disaster we had in Jurassic World Evolution 3 a few weeks ago, when I was minus 400k in the negatives. So I don't want to replicate this situation this soon. So maybe, yeah, maybe this curve was a little too, yeah, that's better. I don't want our guests to walk in there. Maybe, and this one, bring it up a little. Perfect. That it's all safe for our guests. The Christmas frescoma, yes, absolutely. I was there 2 days. Today it's much better. All got fixed with a proper workout. And eating at least a little less than the days before. So, can we... Yeah, perfect. Yeah. So, let's take a look. We are making quite an amount of money, so I think this coaster overall is bringing us very, very nice. Okay, no, it's... But in total, maybe the lifetime profit isn't that great, but it's only day 2 since it's been being opened. So, yeah, let's see how this all turns out. Now we just need... Maybe, should we... Yeah, I think we should continue this keep wall also inside. But it's definitely a lot tighter. Let's see if we can make it curve down that nice, or if it's too hard, because the angle is a lot more difficult. Maybe it's not pixel perfect, but it kind of works. Just this one a little deeper. Why? Ah, I got it. These walls need to be a little more down here. Yeah, that's true. It was more of an apocalypse. But it was fun. So, everything for a good time. And now down here. Is this too... No, I think it looks okay. Go around here. And this again down there. And we are coming closer where we connect it all up. Okay, this is not working out. Maybe like this. Yep. And then down again. Yeah, we've got 500 people at our park and $8,000, which is great. So I think everything we planned so far is already working out. So I think we can definitely continue this way. And yeah, I actually don't have a goal for today. I just wanted to continue building, and let's see what it all brings. So, is this already the last piece? I think so. So maybe... Yep. Perfect. And this needs to go a little more down. Perfect. So this turned out much better than I thought it would. And what if we go for like, do we have like nettings or something? Yeah, we have these ones, but are those the right ones? I'm not quite sure. Yeah, the grid fence is possibly better. So what if, can we just, so go for this and then just for the sake of realism, we would cover this whole part from here to here, and then, oh no, it's already fine. Maybe we will just move it down a little bit. Perfect. So it's perfectly aligned in here, and I think it needs to go down a little bit. So what about this one? So yeah, it's actually perfect. So great. I think as we got all this here, I would love to continue. Like this whole wooden fence is something that I want to have here as well. Yeah, perfect. So we are just going down there. And then I think this will... It looks like we planned a shop here, so there will be some kind of building. Perfect, so this should be already fine. Maybe let's go down with this one a bit into the ground. Sink it down, perfect. Here we are. And the same goes for this side. So let's take this one and continue there. Sometimes I just think I should place down things more freely, like this, because it actually works out quite well without yet advanced move tool. And I'm way faster that way. And I think it looks okay. Welcome everybody new to the stream. I hope you're doing great. Oh, we are aligning to the surface. That's why it works out so well. So let's stop with this one and then we will just go down there. Perfect. Yeah. I think it looks cute. And it fits very well with this right in here. The only thing, and I think we need to continue like, let's just finish all this. Let's go down here into the corner and then place this one. Yeah, that's how it works. And let's continue this down there. I would love to hear what you are currently building in Planet Coaster 2. Anything special, or what's your main projects in the game right now? My problem again is that I'm very impatient for new content. So I cannot wait until it's March. Let's go for this one. Is this why? Yes, maybe. Yeah, this works out as I wanted it to do. Nope. This is another group, and then we are going here. The only thing always pressing the wrong buttons. So I want this one and this one, and then slightly rotate them. Yeah, perfect. And then let's go for another one down here. Great. I got it. So this one is a little deeper than this one, but I think it's okay. Yes, it will be safe. That's the most important thing. I think, yeah, here we need, like this one needs to continue down there and connect it up here. And then let's go with this one. Around the corner. I hope this somehow works out because this thingy is a lot bigger. Yeah, but it looks like it will somehow work out. It's funny how they are screaming on the top scan. I've never been on something like this, and I would never do. No, that's simply not for me. So I think now everything is safe for our guests, and we can, oh, 10,000, that's great. So I think the next step will definitely be the restaurant and everything, or the focus on the station. I just wanted to make sure that we have some extra money to spend. So what about some bushes? Let's delete our search. And then shall we go? Yeah, I think these are too bright, but we could just go for some darker blue. Yep, that's a lot better. Yeah, I don't know why, but on coasters I never feel that bad, but on flat rides you can kill me instantly. I think because it's always moving into the same direction, that's actually the biggest issue with them. So let's continue this way. And then this one down here. A little step in here, and then this one as well. Yeah, it's maybe not the best, but it's okay. Yeah, I simply don't understand what people like about them. I'm up for flat rides and roller coasters. That's all I'm interested in. The rest I really couldn't care less. So what about this one? No, that's too pushy. Yeah, this one is better. No, that's a different. So I think I would love to have like some red roses in here as well. One thing I really miss in the game is a lot more foliage. Like, we have had a ton of foliage in Planet Zoo. I know it's more focused on nature and everything, but I would love to see some more foliage over time in the upcoming updates. Maybe these are just too big. Not really. Yeah, that's better. So, okay, it's nearly 7 p.m. on day 2, so I think we will get the results for day 2 very soon, as it will be over. How about the weather? I was actually expecting a lot more difficulty in terms of weather, but at the moment it looks like we are still having quite sunny summer or spring weather, which is, yeah, I won't complain about it all being a little easier than expected. Yeah, last time we also started this little train ride, so I think we will definitely extend all the theming behind there. But I kind of want to keep the natural borders from this farmland because it looks really, really cool. But let's see. Sorry for the quick movement. Just let's continue here. Last time we saw our guests vomiting on our pathways after riding this flat ride. That's exactly how I would do it. Is it still a mess here? No, it isn't. Yep, they definitely do. So, what is this? A Pipshot. Pipshot juice. So, yeah, before we build the shop here, I would say we try to build a coaster station. So, align with station building, and then let's go for... I wanted to keep the stone basement. Where it is, this one. Should we? Yeah, I think that's quite right down here. Can we? Yep, we can. Perfect. So, sorry for the flickering. We will fix it in a second. And then let's go for this and this. The same on the other side, and then create this little, like, do we? Yeah, why not? And on top I thought about something with wood. But I still wanted to keep it somehow open. What if we go for the batten wall? I think it's from the Western pack. but can we... Could this be... Like, should we go for these windows? Yeah, I think that looks great. Yeah, it doesn't work here. We need to have this one here. Yeah, that's a little too tight. Where is the regular arch? Perfect, let's go for this one. And we need to have station surroundings here and here and there. So the only thing I now ask myself is, okay, I went for something completely different. We used the wooden plank, so I kind of like the wooden plank. Then let's fix this immediately. Wooden plank, this one, yeah. Perfect, down here. And then we also have the rounded arch. Great. So the station is still quite open, even though it's a closed building, or even though it will be a closed building. But the only thing I just thought is that the wood is kind of too dark. So let's go for, yeah, better, much better. Because it should still look kind of friendly and not too darkish. So the base structure is there, people are coming in. And yeah, 14,000. Now it's kind of coming in very well. The money is what I'm talking about. So I think this also got more expensive as we started to create some scenery around it. The problem here is, I think as there are only two, we would need something like a block break somewhere in here or here, that we could at least have a third one. But I think it's okay. People can wait. It doesn't look too long, so I think it's just right. And now let's go for, we need some kind of roof. But first of all, I just thought if we could make this one, yep. And make this one bigger till there. So, and yeah, let's just split this into 3 parts here and then also here. I think that's already enough. And maybe, as it will be too dark in there, we need some proper lights. what about, can we just, like, is this something? Yeah, why not? So we could, oops, I hate when this happens. So basically, so I think these two lights should go down. Perfect. I have no clue if it's enough light, but it's better than nothing. And then let's cover all of this with some roofs. I mean, we could keep it simple with a corrugated roof, or we go for something more elegant, like a keep tile roof, but this is maybe too spooky. I think this one fits better. The only thing, yeah. I was thinking about the first main coaster in here. Now we have already this one, but I want something, yeah, maybe it will be like a hyper coaster from Intamin or something like this. The first big invest into the family park to get it out of this cozy. Or we just build like, no, I always think of Conda at Walibi Belgium because I love this coaster and it looks so great. And I actually think it would fit in here very well if we imagine that it actually, with this little turnaround, that people are coming in here and the coaster would be from this end to this end. I think it would look amazing. So now we need to close down the roof somehow. I think there is no top piece, so we need to build it on our own. End of day, 40,000 profit, which is great. Park rating of 1.73. We have 3 rides per adult and 6 rides per children. For a family park, I think that's fitting very well. So we should not complain. So, and now let's take this one, turn it around. Perfect, and we got a nice building. The only thing I now struggle with, and that's something we need to definitely fix. I hate it, I absolutely hate it, if the roofs end exactly with the building. So there need to be like an overhang of 1 meter. I would say it should be less. But let's see. So if we go for this one, is this now? Yeah, perfect. Yeah, 1 meter on each side, perfect. That's what I wanted to achieve. So, oh, it's 8 in the morning. That's why it got so bright. But I think in total, if we think now, like here could be some trees as well, but I think it looks really cool from this perspective because the coaster is actually hiding behind the trees, so you don't see it from very far away. So let's cover all of this up. And I think like the wooden beams we had before, it was under the columns, and there we got the green ones. Should we? Yeah, I think green is okay. Perfect. And then let's go for this, and then for this one, and yeah, maybe we should make this a little bigger. To make it a beautiful entrance for our coaster. So I think, can we go, yeah, for the biggest one. And hi Anna, Merry Christmas, thank you. Glad that you're here. Did you have a nice nap? A well-deserved nap, to be honest. So, and let's take this one onto the other side. Why? Yeah, I don't get it, but can't you watch the stream in bed? I think that would also be okay. But I guess you would then fall asleep too fast again if I'm not entertaining enough. So what if we go for these ones? But for the windows, I actually, this needs to be a little, yeah, that's better. And then let's also do instead of green, I would like to go with something darker. Yeah, that's better. And then we also go down here. Oh, I am currently working on the coaster station from the coaster we built the last time. I'm not sure if you were there till the end, but I think so. So this is basically the coaster. We already built the queue line and everything, and now I am building the station, which was, I just thought it was also an old barn that got reused as a coaster station. Okay, these pieces, somehow it moves kind of weirdly, but I'm fine with this. We can make it all work. I think if we go down here, and then we have two more windows down there and on this side as well. So let's go here first. Thank you for the compliments. I had a very cozy and very relaxed Christmas. Thank you for asking. I hope you had too. So this is it for now. Perfect. Yeah, so we only need to close everything up here, and I'm not sure, is it still too dark in there? I think so. But yeah, night only, so these need to be turned on. Okay, I can only like loop and loop and loop. This should be something that is, yeah, default setting, that you don't need to turn it on, but I think it's bright enough in there. So we will now close down wood and use wooden planks here. I just thought, why not stream in front of our Christmas tree to make it a little more festive for all of you. So I hope you enjoy. So, and now is there a piece for the top of the I think the gable piece, perfect, and also perfect on this side. It looks cute. I think the foliage will do the rest. And the best thing is, we are not in the negatives. We have now nearly 20,000. When I started the stream, we were around $4,000. Now we are at 19,000, so our effort is paying off. So let's go maple Is maple a tree we could use? Yeah, why not? I think it looks quite good. Like having a really big tree in here. With some large roots down there. I think it looks really cool. So the building down here also fits in very nice. And it makes a lot of sense to have like a large tree in there. Thank you. That's great to hear. Now everyone is also in the shade, so they don't need to care too much about sun cream and everything. And then I wanted to have like mimosa. Nope, no mimosa. I wanted to have something like a birch. Yeah, that's great. So let's go for something like this as well. Perfect. Yeah, so you come in here. I think this works out quite well. If we now continue this one down here. And connect it up till there. That's, oops, I'm sorry. I mean, we could use, what about these ones? So I think we will just duplicate these. Sorry for moving down. And then let's go for so I think this should be a lot higher. Yep, it works out this way. And then I just thought, what if we, as we have a much wider path and the curve is not that tight, okay, it is. To like go for this and then another. I would like to have the columns a little with a little more distance in between them, so actually this would now be the place for another column. Yep. And now we need to make sure, as this is way too high, let's go for, I think that's fine. And then let's go for this. This should be already it in terms of, yeah, maybe not 100%. And I completely fucked up. What are your plans for New Year's Eve? Any plans to celebrate the upcoming year? Who are you going to spend it with? I would love to hear. Oh, he is looking really tired. Oh my gosh, what's happening to him? Do you need... You need a break, I think. Break planned. But when? Do we have a staff room? Yes, we have. Please take a break. You look really, really unhappy. Sorry, I got interrupted by this dramatic situation. Yeah, I think this works out quite well. If we add some bushes here as well, I think it looks even greater. And I think this will work out really, really well. I'm celebrating with some friends at their home, so nothing too special. I'm not too much into New Year's Eve. So yeah, it will be just a easygoing evening with food and some games, I think. I'm always happy when it's over, like celebrating the new year. I just want to get started. So this is now perfect. I think this works out really, really great. So basically, and then one last column here, just to finish it off. Perfect. Yep. That's nice. I think we need the same, or should we just go for like an open fence as the building? Yeah, I'm not quite sure. I mean, we could do like an open fence here instead of going with this, stone keep thingy. But I'm not really sure. Keep, and then let's go for align to surface, and then well, I won't complain. Now we only need to go for this one down here, and then I think also one in the corner. Perfect. And now I would like to add some more bushes. I actually can understand that some people are really hyped about New Year's Eve and celebrating and everything, but for me it always also feels like a lot of pressure. Like this needs to be an amazing night to start the new year in the right way, and it needs to get better than the year before and everything. So I have my struggles with it, but I think that's just okay. So I'm always happy when it's January 1st and I can, instead of telling myself this is going to be a great year, to start and make it a great year. Perfect. Yep, that's how I imagined this one. And then we should just go for like our bluish thingy here. Can we? Let's grab one of these and place it down here. Perfect. Nice. Oh. Okay, we have $23,000 already. So we can actually make some really, yeah, I don't know. Let's maybe focus a little more on like building pools. I don't want to build anything water park related in here for now. We are on the right way to finish this goal and get a completion reward of 3,500, which is great. And then we need a new coaster. So I think this should at least 50 kilometers per hour, and yeah, I think this will be our Intamin one. The only thing now is that like we have this lot already, and to fulfill everything we need to buy this lot and this one, which is quite a lot. And we already own this one for the coaster, but there is nothing else we already own. So I think we could at least start placing everything down and building out. Like the restaurant is going to be here. We prepared the pathway here. Can we just, hello, I want to move you. Perfect. Hi Gemma. Thanks for joining quickly. Amazing Saturday evening plans. It's Saturday, right? Yeah, it's Saturday. Sorry. I'm getting everything mixed up with all the days off. So I think, do we already have like the Intamin, or do we need to research it? No, we have it, the LSM raid coaster. So I think, I mean the station is already 10,000, so I would just love to see like having this one somewhere here. And we can at least, like, I think the train is too long. I would rather go for something like Terran, Advantasia Land. 1, 2, 3, yeah, that's much better. And no, that's too short. So now let's go to edit mode. And then we want it can be this flat one. And let's go for 4 meters for the 25 degrees, 25 degrees, and then let's go for the block brakes and an incline of 6 meters. It's great. Optional catwalk, perfect. And we will set the speed a little later. Perfect. So this is where our coaster will actually end. Maybe for the sake of realism, let's just build a maintenance bay. Like, nope. These need to be block brakes. I think so, yes. 1, 2, 3. Let's go for a 4th one, edit mode, and then remove. Perfect. So we have our maintenance track back there. And I think, yeah, the coaster actually should go. Let's start painting again. 100 hardness. And then let's go for 6 meters. My Christmas was great. Thank you for asking. We had a very cozy time with the family here at our place. So everything went quite well. How about yours? Maybe we should just go like down here. And then this big turn. This could be a helix. And down here. Can I? Oh yeah. I at least can paint on areas I don't own. That's great. So my main goal is to have like, here should be the lift hill. Up till here. How long do you keep the decorations up in Scotland? We usually keep it up until January 6th or something like this. Sometimes longer, depends on how lazy we are. Yes, I think this will be the way to go. And we can at least build backwards. What are you guys usually using as a banking offset? I usually go for 1 meter, but I'm always asking myself if I should go for like rather 2 meters. So what's the difference? Yeah. No, I think 1 meter is fine for now. So this will be the last curve into the brake run, and I think here we will make like going upwards. Yeah, I'm not sure, is this too tight? Maybe let's go for 10 up to 55. Perfect. 15. I think 11 meters is still very high, but it could somehow work out. Okay, Gemma, I think you can leave them on till mid of January. So, and then nope, that was too early. Not 15, 5 degrees downwards. Yeah, perfect. Stay at home. Easy decision. Building backwards isn't that easy, to be honest. And I think we can't even test the coaster because we are just building the end, but yeah. Oops. Straight up here, and then let's go for no escape when working from home, that's true. Okay, so from a logical standpoint, we are on 12 meters, which is fine. I think we need to go a little higher to make it work, but that's actually no problem. We just need to put, can we? No, I can't. I can do this. Yep. Okay, so delete, and then we need to go and then we are going into this direction to the left. we will definitely need to smooth this a lot. And then let's go down there, 0 degrees, and can we? Why? Track limits exceeded. Then let's go with 5. And I think we need some block breaks here to just being able to run free trains. So, and now we arrive the end. Yeah, we cannot build further, but maybe we should just smooth it all out. Okay, we are nearly broke, so it's that time again. We spend too much money. I'm only building backwards because I don't own this land, and that's the only part where I could build on. So yeah, that's basically why I'm building backwards. Because it takes too much time to get started if we wait until I own this part of the land. Okay, here is a slightly weird turn in there that we kind of need to get fixed. But for the rest, it looks quite okay. Going in here. Not really Gemma, just some friends and games. Okay, so I think that's all we can do for now, but at least from how it looks, I'm already happy. For the final part of the coaster, there is the turn into the main layout. Block breaks up there, and then the final twist and turns until we are going into the station. Yeah, actually I cannot test because let's see what happens. It will leave the station and going into the nowhere. So yeah, but we are making quite an amount of money. So how much money do we need to actually expand on this lot? 7,000. We can claim this reward, and facilities we have 8 from total needed 11. So I think we could now just let's do it. Yep. We are now officially broke, but as we are already making some money, I think we can afford it somehow. and we are starting with the actual layout into the right direction. So let's go for this one. Can we 25? And then I would actually prefer like optional catwalk and then going directly into the lift hill. It also says it has no power, but that's great. 45 degrees is maybe a little steep. Let's go for 40 degrees. And let's go for 8 meters. Oh, yeah, we are broke. I completely forgot. So this is how far we can come right now. But I think from this angle, if we take a look into this direction, I cannot see the coaster because of the trees. Here you can get a little glimpse of the lift hill. So the main goal would be that from this point of view that you can see actually the top of the lift hill before it's going down into the first drop. Yeah, I think this looks great. So just a second, I'll be right back. So here we go. I'm back. Yeah, I hoped that we made some more money, but actually we didn't. It's only 2,000. What's wrong with my sound? So I think we need some more time. Then let's start building this cute thing here. Select building. Yeah, it's actually not a building. Sorry, I just need to double check because my sound is somehow weird. Can you still hear me okay? And how is the sound of the game? Is it all fine? Because it's sounding very weird for me, so I just wanted to double check if everything's fine on your end. Okay, great. Thanks. Thanks, Adrian, for confirming. So, I think something with bricks could work quite well here. What about... Yeah, exactly this is what I wanted. Gemma, I have some good news and I haven't texted you about it already. I talked about this a little earlier in the stream already. I just finished 2 episodes over the last couple of days. I only need to finish some parts of my voiceover. But I'm so happy that I'm finally done with it. And I'm ready to get it released. And my plan is to cut actually 2 more episodes over the next couple of days that I am prepared for nearly everything, and that I'm not only or always publishing from day to day and what I have ready. So I just wanted to prepare a little in advance. So let's go for this one. Yeah, I think this will, if we go that far, yeah, it will only be a small box, but I think it's fine. This on top, and then let's see, I think there we should remove this fence, and just for the sake of realism, we want a little door here. Sorry, my screen is so bright. Which one? Yeah, a standard. They are also metallic. I would love to have like a plain. Yeah, I think that's much better. And it's not too Western. So I guess it's fine. Perfect. As an entrance for our staff. And then we will paint like a small path down here. And let's go for some small rocks. Not taiga, temperate. Where are our temperate rocks? These are all... They look too massive. Yeah, that's our temperate rock. Perfect. So let's go down. Up. Turn it all off, and then let's go for these. Yeah, both for Planet Coaster. One is actually the first episode of Brimwood, where which I'm working on since months, so I'm really happy it's done. And the other one is for my other Toy Box pack, but my goal is to finish at least one more Jurassic World Evolution episode. But my main focus was on Planet Coaster 2, because I just wanted to finish what I've started a long time ago. And I know there are some people waiting for my Brimwood series. So yeah, that was the main goal, to be honest. So I think this little path looks cute. Maybe add some... yeah, just some green stuff in here. Perfect. This looks great. And then we need just a small roof up there, and I think we also need like a floor. Yep, let's go for this one. Gemma, how are you spending New Year's Eve? Sorry, I haven't asked yet. I just told you something about my plans. I was thinking about making a New Year's Eve special video or something like this, but I think I will skip it because my Christmas video got like 15 views or so. I think people had a lot better things to do instead of watching my videos, so I just thought I maybe skip New Year's Eve one. So, and I just want to slightly hide everything. Yeah, perfect. And we are going from here to there, and then fill it all out there. Perfect. Is there like something wall decorations? I completely forgot that we got these lights now, which is really great, especially if you don't use them like flickering or anything. Let's go for... Does this look? Yeah, maybe it works out. Townhouse. It's still too small, I guess. it works better than I expected it to do. Yeah, that's great. Perfect. Being one video ahead is always great. That's how it was before for me. But it somehow didn't work out for the rest of the year. I think I started struggling around like summer. I think work just got simply too much. And I was just recording whenever something was ready and building whenever I had time. But I really, really want to improve on that for the new year. I mean, it's very close. Today's the 27th, so I think it's okay to think that it's already 2026. And what about... we need a nice roof. We are already making a lot of money already. Again, that's great. Should it be something like this? Yeah, maybe. Or just... what I'm really missing, and I think this is something I already said in the last video, in the last live stream, I'm really missing some square roof pieces. Like the only proper square roof piece is this one. All the others doesn't really work out. So the only chance now is to go, oh gosh, this looks horrible. I mean, we could go like into this direction. Let's go with what could be our... this one. Oh, it looks, yeah, it looks weird. Tiled roof. How about this one? I mean, this one looks okay-ish. Just, yeah, maybe. Nope. And then the 2 meters eave. It took me years to understand. Nope. It is actually, we need the 4 meters. I'm sorry. Yep. It's the 4 meter one. And can we... yeah, I think that's exactly the problem I mentioned before. Like, this is now, it's there, and I just want to split this from building and move it down a little because I don't want such a big overhang. And we are just going a little... now we are really working on the details. And maybe... so that's much better. Let me just quickly save. I'm always afraid that we are losing some progress. So, I mean, it looks cute. We now only need some brick. Is this the right one? Yes, it is. And then here as well. Perfect. I mean, we could go down here. Oh yeah, it isn't there anymore, right? But it was in the first game, or am I completely wrong with it? But I think it was. Like, is this too red? Maybe. Yeah, that's better. And then we are taking this one. I think it was there in the game from the very beginning, but I'm not really sure. I think I always thought about, like, we need the ATMs and everything again, but then I just thought about, like, we are paying in most places cashless nowadays, so I think it makes sense to not have an ATM in the game because times have changed. But first aid is always wanted. But I'm also sure that it will be there sometime. I actually, I think 2 days prior Christmas, I sent, oh gosh, people puked on our path again. A few days prior Christmas, I sent a 10-page document to Frontier with feedback and everything I collected from my community and also my ideas, and put it together for Planet Coaster 2. So yeah, let's see what happens with it, but I just wanted to share it because I worked a long time on it, so I just thought, why not sharing it. So the best, like this for example, it would be so great if we would have these window frames without the glassy texture in there, to just create our own windows with, like, open windows instead of fake windows with the glass pieces. I really hope that Frontier consider this as well, because it would be, like, the frames are there, just keep out the fake texture in there. This would be simply amazing. Now let's go for this one. Perfect. It's not completely centered. And then we need some wall decorations, like flowers, planters. How about these? Oh, too fairy tale-ish. But if we go for these dark ones, yep, that's a great fit. Perfect. That's great. Okay, we are at 7,000 again. So maybe we can continue with building our coaster. I just got a feeling like here should be another tree. Sorry for interrupting. I just thought while scrolling through here, Scots Pine. Yeah, that's not. This one is also a little sad. Nope, that's too crazy. Let's go for a birch. Another birch is always very welcome in this park. Great. So I think we could just 1 second. I will be back in a second. Yeah, I think the sound is now fixed again. Yeah, perfect. Much better. So as we made some money, we can continue with the lift hill. We can also, let's cheat a bit and speed it all up for a moment. So I think the lift hill needs to be at least 52 meters. So how do we feel about this? Like if we are here on the entrance plaza, we can see, is it already too high? I don't think so. We definitely need a lot of speed. So if we walk down here, then you are always looking towards this coaster. I think it's just, yeah, the view that it deserves. Maybe we go down by 1. Like, go for 4. And then let's make it this way. So we are then 3 meters down. And going there. Perfect. Yeah, I think that's great from this perspective. Like, this is the actual view. Yeah, it's better. Definitely better. So now we need to take a look at, like, the second is, oh yeah, this one, but we will start with, let's go for 6 meters, and then we will drop into I'm always thinking, like, if anybody has some help, how do you curve down? Like, if I want to go in this curved way, do you do it with banking, or just the rotation of the track. I think it looks I want this to be really, really steep. I'm thinking of the Hyperia drop, to be honest. Or the Hyperion drop. There are so many drops on Intamin coasters that I absolutely love. So basically this would be the first drop. We definitely need to work it out with the... Can we just turn it off? Yep, perfect, because they annoy me too much. So, and that's where it all happens. Like, we are going up. Okay, so we need let's just smooth this already. And then let's go for this one again. Yeah, I think that's great. Any complaints? Throw them out. I'm ready. I am ready for complaints. So basically, the coaster will come down there, going into the lift hill. And then it will run down into the death. The lift hill definitely needs to be faster, that's for sure. There we are. Perfect, and we are up to 100. Perfect. That's exactly how I thought this will going to be. Okay, the first drop is actually ready. I'm happy with it. So we can probably smooth this part. And does it make sense, as we are able to build here? We could continue building here. Like, I wanted to have like this crazy outer banked turn. And then going down again into, let's go for the 60s, and then just running into 45. That's great. It's actually a nice experience. Yeah, perfect. That's the outer bank turn I wanted to have, like really giving you some airtime. Anna, aren't you a big fan of roller coasters? That's the feeling I get when I read your messages. I want this coaster to be the real highlight at this park. So, do we want some inversions or better not? I'm not really sure, to be honest. I mean, we could do something like sorry, I'm thinking a lot about how to continue. Like, it could be just ups and downs. But other than that, I also thought if we would go like, what if we go for like, this is not really, we are actually here, coming there, and then we could make like a turn down here, sharp turn, and a loop down there. Like, the loop is actually really tight. And coming then back down here. And maybe we are doing like another overbanked or like an inversion. I just thought about something like the hard roll. Like, yeah, I think you can imagine. And then going back there with maybe another airtime hill. So we need to split this up. Oh yeah, sorry for the background sounds today. So that's actually, and then we are going down there into this direction. I actually don't want any paths here, because I just think the path will head over here and go straight down there. So this will only be land for the coaster. But I actually like the first drop already. That's good. So we can go here and then let's just make and then we are, yeah, that's completely different from what I've drawn out, but it will make sense afterwards. I just thought it would be great to have some, yeah, curvy interaction here. Instead of just going up and down. So this hill is going up here, forwards, perfect. Let's go in here with a 4 before we smooth too much of it. Sorry for all the clicking. That's just how smoothing works. Then I just think, is this still? Yeah, it is still. I think as this looks a little too intense. Yep. Let's go for this one. Perfect. And this one as well. Perfect. It looks a lot better. And this turn also deserves some more smoothing. Okay, how is this actually? Yeah, I think it should be okay. So now let's go for this one. And then down to there. Perfect. The problem now is, I think it looks quite decent. I really love the look, like from here. If we build like the queue line here, the people will see exactly these outer bank turn, which is amazing. And in the best case, they will also maybe see the train behind there and the first drop. Yeah, perspective wise, it is really, really great. And then of course the coaster is coming up here and heading into the final twist and turns. So now the only part we need to build is like this whole thingy. How many parts? Like this is, yeah, the problem we now have is that I am going down here, and I also think we need this, like we need 22,000 to complete this coaster, which is a lot. But to be honest, or to be fair, we can leave this small thing out and for now continue the park here and there because it all connects up. So I think this will work out quite well. So let's just buy this land. Perfect. So that we can continue moving down here. Oh no, please don't say that. Of course. Can we just... Yeah, let's move it all over a bit. Perfect. Is it still? No, it is. Oh gosh. Yeah, we cannot adjust this. Where is the edge of this area? Oh, now we need this green thingy. Okay. It's simply impossible for now. But I mean, people are in the park, we are making money, so it can't take too long. Maybe that's also something for the next stream, to finish off the coaster and build everything around here. Today we already made some, quite some progress on here. I think we could just like I think it would be fitting that we will continue with this stone keepstone, whatever you want to call it, and going down there. Yep, that's perfectly fine. And then we just need to continue the straight wall down here. So this is what it's going to be. Maybe. And then just put this down there. Perfect. Welcome back, Gemma. Well, building is going quite fine. We just finished this exit wall that people won't fall down the path, and actually we continued the coaster layout, but yeah, We made this outer banked turn and also a little airtime hill with some banking and curves. And here we now got the problem that we reached the end of this land, to be honest. And we need at least this part as well to finish off the coaster. But I already said that this is something for the next stream. I think we won't finish the coaster today. And that's why we hopped back into the theming of this coaster, which is also quite nice. Oops, I'm sorry, again, the wrong button. I really need to get used to this new keyboard. So, we have now 530 guests in the park, which is amazing and a lot more than we had in the last stream. I think as we own this land now, we can also continue. We can also continue down here. Yeah, that's perfect. Because that's actually the direction as we are coming down with the path here. And the only path that is going down there will be like a small plaza here to enjoy the twists and turns at the end of this coaster, and the rest will be there. But we could at least place down an, oops, I'm sorry, an electric facility, transformer, and this needs to be like, just let's place this one below here, because this is going to be our maintenance build anyways. And then let's connect it up here. Perfect. So everything is now with power. How much power do we actually have? We need to take care of so many things, like research, no guests, park rating. Can't I see it? Where can I? This is only finances. Oh, electricity, so power. So I think we are having enough. Is it somehow power generator? Okay. I've got 11,000 at the moment. So yeah, it's not enough to acquire the last plot tile we need for it, at least for now. And afterwards we wouldn't have no money to finish building it. But overall, it looks really, really great. I mean, taking screenshots from here with a plaza here and everything, this will be really, really great. So, like, what if we go for the brick path and then use the draw tool? And I just thought about, what if we would go for like this one and then just hit down here. Yeah, this is great. Like having some fences down here. I just thought about if we go for stone? That's what I was looking for. Marble isn't the right one. Marble, still marble. Stone market, this is what I was looking for. And then maybe go for something warm but still darkish. And then how about, like, I wanted to have something to place on top. This is not the right one. Or maybe it is. Nope, I'm not feeling it. Is there... Sometimes I wish some parts of it would be even, yeah, scale up, be a lot smaller when scaled down. So, yeah, I think this could work out. And then we are adding a fence on top. And I just thought about, would this look like we could go for just like here, that it doesn't look too mythological. Yeah, why not go for this one? And then we will just connect them all up and start around here. Perfect. Yeah, I think that's great to see. We will definitely take care of the height of everything, that it is not too easy for people to enter the coaster area. Like, we need a stone guest. That's always great for scale. Yep. And this one is still too high, so if we place it down there. Yeah, so it's nearly shoulder height. Yeah, I think it would be better like this, but that's still good. What do we think of it? Would love to hear some opinions. And the overall coaster, I just thought we will go for a very dirty beige. Possibly. And what about dark green? Very dark green clumps. Dirty beige track. Yeah, I think it works out quite well. Yes, it's always about not trying to not hurt people. At least if I'm not in Jurassic World Evolution. So I think this works out quite well. I haven't thought that it would look this great. There is definitely this little bump in here. Oops, sorry. This little bump in here that will actually make people be scared. But maybe go to edit mode. Can we just go in here? Yep, and smooth it out. Can't be too difficult to get rid of it. Perfect. Like there it is. I mean, let's get the excitement a little higher at the end of this coaster. And I just thought, why not overbank this one a little further to 69. Perfect. And then we will smooth this one. And we will smooth this one. So, yep. So this tree definitely needs to go out of the way. But then we are going into a final overbank turn. Adrian, I definitely want to see where you killed people. That sounds very, very dangerous. I'm shocked. I'm not sure, maybe it was a little too crazy. Yeah, better. Perfect. So, I would say that's actually, we are now already like 3 hours in stream. I would say that's it for today. Yeah, quite happy with all the progress we made. If we are taking a look at it from here, it is amazing how the coaster already looks. And we also finished some parts here with the fencings and everything. And yeah, we will definitely continue with the challenge park in the upcoming streams. I'm not really sure when I will be live the next time, but I will let you know on my social media channels. And yeah, I thank you all for watching and joining today. And yeah, see you definitely in the next one. So have a great evening, enjoy New Year's Eve and celebrate the new year. And yeah, that's it from me for today. Thanks for watching and I see you in the next one.